For the purpose of the video right now, I'd like for you to state your full name.
Raphael Orlando's Jets,
Okay. What is your age?
28,
Your date of birth?
6471,
Okay. Where were you born?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you married or single?
Married.
Your home address?
2629 Tennessee.
Okay. Do you work at the present time?
Yes.
What is your job?
Homicides and robberies.
Okay. All right. Mr. Jackson, previously we have gone over 3 homicides which have occurred. Okay?
Yeah.
One being in St. Louis, one being solely in East St. Louis, and then we had one that started in East St. Louis and ended in St. Louis. Okay?
Yeah.
The one we'd like to start with first is the one that happened in St. Louis, okay, in which a Ricky Williams was killed. Okay, that was back on September 17th at 3137 California. Can you tell us about your involvement in that case?
Yeah. Ricky, I fronted Ricky some dope. You know, me and him was cool. I fronted him approximately 4.4 grams of cocaine, pure cocaine. I told him to bring me $200 back. You know, he can make $500 off of each, both of them together. I told him, please don't accept my shit if he wasn't gonna pay me. And he said he wouldn't even play me like that. He gonna have my money that night, So that night, he still didn't have my money. And I told him, I insisted before I gave my shit, I begged, I said, man, please don't accept my shit, because I got to have all my money. He took my shit, then I ain't see him for 3 or 4 days. When I saw him, he told me he still got it. He ain't been doing nothing. He ain't moved it yet. He gonna take care of me. I told him, man, just give my shit back. I said, because you been starting some shit, just give my shit back. At that time, I could afford to lose the shit. It wasn't no trip, but it was the thing that he just beat me for my shit. Well, I told him, have my money that night. I ain't see him for 2 or 3 days again. I saw him again, I asked him for my money. He said he gonna take care of me that night. He met with me, then he still didn't have. Told me biz been slow, he ain't did nothing. So I don't see him. I'm asking everybody how they saw him. Ain't nobody seen him, And I kept looking for him. And I finally ran into him about 2 weeks later, and he still didn't have my money. He told me to meet him, that night. I tried to meet him that night. He ain't even show up. So that's about the 4th week after I gave my shit. I was riding around, looking for some more motherfuckers that beat me for some money, And he didn't, they wasn't at home, so I couldn't kill them. One of them owed me $8, the other one owed me 10. But they wasn't at home, so I ain't killed them. But being that I was in the killing mood, I decided to look for Ricky, And I found him, me and somebody was with me, I had dropped them off, dropped the guns out, we couldn't find Ricky. Then, as soon as I left there on the way home to go to bed, I seen him, I told him I was gonna front him an ounce of cocaine. I told him just bring me $1,000 back there to give him a chance to make my money and make him some money. He said meet him back there in an hour. I went back to the dude I dropped off, and I picked up, had him to get a couple guns, picked up a couple guns, 38 and a Glock 10. The dude was with me, had the Glock. I had the 38 with 6 shells in it. The Glock had 16. I rolled back around her. Ricky ain't came back yet. We rolled around the block a few times, waited around the corner, trying to see if we can see him pass on any street where he be on. And we ain't see him, and I kind of got spooked because it was dark and I kept hearing noises. So I left and drove around, asked some dudes if they saw him. They said there was his car down the street. Some dude got smart with me. I started to kill him, but I said, no, I ain't gonna get him. So I went down the street. As soon as I pulled up in front of the house on California where Ricky was at, he had his mama car or something with a little white Cavalier. He came out, I ain't blow the horn, he just walked out. And he came up to the van, and I asked him, I say, I told him, I say, get in so I can give you this dope. I don't want to be out in the middle of the street doing it. I was standing in the middle of the street in a stolen van. He had water in his eye, like he knew I was gonna kill him. So I told him, I say, get in. He said, can't I just give it to him right here? I said, no. I said, get in, 'cause I don't want nobody to see me give you the dope. And he said, you can just give it to me right here. He said, where you want me to get in at then? I said, go around and get in the side door. And he just stood there, and I see some tears coming from his eye. I said, you want it right here? He said, yeah. And I just reached out and shot him. I think I shot him in the face, and he hit the ground. I just reached out the window and shot the other 5 bullets out there in him. And then the dude was with me, reached over the passenger side with the Glock and just shot about 10 shells out of him, shot him up. And we pulled off, dropped the hot van off, and jumped in the legit car. And I went to the house, and I ate me something and drank a cup of coffee and went to sleep.